And what is good, everybody? Welcome to the first match of the day. SM64 League Division 2 JJsrl, the Sunshine with record holder at 80%, and also some other categories, versus Pete. And I'm accompanied by the one and only Fantastic. How are you doing, sir?
I'm very well. Good to be here in the booth with you, D. Very excited for this amazing, incredible action. And
I might be a little bit excited as well. I'm not sure what Pete is doing. Already starting the intro, but not the timer. Yeah, just gonna not restart, I guess.
Admin's gonna have a little talk with him.
Alright, and Pete already off, I think. Oh, wait. Standings, of course. Oh, wow, Pete is actually doing super well. I didn't know that. Second place, 426 points. JJsrl, fourth place with 410. So not a big difference at all. Even though JJ has one more loss than Pete. But yeah, not looking bad.
Yeah, it's always a cool story when a player is within 30 points of their opponent. That does mean that the standings are quite close. Not close enough to overcome a win. Whoever wins here will be ahead of the other player.
Some might say they're close. And oh, we're getting a restart from JJ, it seems like. But
JJ
yeah,
already resetting.
Might be worth pointing out that this is pre-recorded, but as always, the commentary is live. We don't know the results at all. Gonna be a decent one. I know JJ and Pete are both fairly consistent at the game. I'm not sure how much JJ has been playing lately, since he's still like trying to get all the Sunshine recce's in different categories. Yeah, gonna be interesting to see.
Indeed, this league is full of world record holders who are also competing for race and marathon top spots.
That's crazy, right? What? He was on the bridge for so long too. But yeah, first fail of this race. Just 7 seconds though. That was a decent backup as well. Got all the speed for a dive. Ooh, and Drogi coming in with a sub. Thank you so much, Drogi. The 8 months. But yeah, as I was saying, JJ, I mean, being a Sunshine legend, also being quite good at Mario 64. Honestly, not that easy to be a top player in 2 different games, to like balance them well as well, since JJ has to compete actively for this league, and then also plays Sunshine on the side.
Indeed. And, you know, Super Mario Sunshine, we are kind of privileged with one of the bigger speedrun communities, but Mario Sunshine, not exactly a cakewalk in Utah, you know what I mean. There's quite a few people in that community, quite a competitive game in and of itself. So certainly takes a high caliber to compete in both games that are extremely optimized, considering how long they've been out and how long they've been tackled. And JJ, meanwhile, speaking of optimizations, bonking a little bit, entering into the secret slide.
Some might not call that an optimization, however, a 0.9 from Pete, let's see. I'm gonna say 0.6 from JJ, maybe? That's looking really good.
I guess we'll see.
Oh,
0.7 from JJ.
I
mean, you call it not an optimization, but just check his RNG later in the run, you know, and you'll see why he did it.
Of course, the Pete's secret slide RNG manipulation, of course, everyone knows that's a thing. But let's see how Whomp is gonna go. Now, JJ is still behind because of that lucky taste. Skip fail. But everything can happen in this stage. So many hard strats, and Pete going for that Aulos, nailing it first try, no problem. Let's see, JJ also opting for Aulos first, seems like. Get the slide off the fence, but that is looking not so good though, sliding off. Decent backup though.
And he, shifts a little right so he can do that that little simply Aulos. Definitely helpful. Want a little insurance against that first D.
You gotta be ready for that. It's pretty easy to hit the cage, in my opinion.
Yeah, for sure.
It's a lot better than ledge grabbing the cage, of course. Like, then you can't even back up at all.
Yeah, absolutely. You'd be able to dive back on the island. Any number of like cutesy little backups you can do kind of gets ruined, and you even take like the extended fall damage animation if you ledge grab.
Exactly. It's like, ooh, Pete not getting up there might not make it for the cycle in time.
Yeah, it looks like this is going to be a half cycle from him.
So you're gonna be missing this one. This is actually quite a big time save. You might not see that much.
Oh,
misses as well. This is a big opportunity for JJ to already catch up.
Yeah, and if that blue coin went off the edge, he's gonna have to back it up with the other piranha.
And it did, it seems like. Yeah, just gonna grab this one, and now JJ, they both grabbed the same stars, so JJ almost back in this. Super close. But then again, it's just Whomps. There's still a lot more to go. But, oh, Pete also having trouble at the end there. So turn around on this Whomp, the Whomp.
Oh man. I mean, this end game is Whomp's 100. It's like we treat certain parts of Whomp's Fortress as free, simply because the rest of the level is so difficult to optimize, or to play optimally rather. But pretty much no part of this game is like a place that's guaranteed not to make mistakes.
For sure. But damn. You can already see, like, JJ, even with that failed Alice as well, failed me by quite a fair amount, I would say. And after all those mistakes, he's already caught up. All those mistakes from Pete. JJ's already back. And now Wild Blue, fairly easy star. It's not really too much other stuff going on. The worst that can happen, you could die in the beginning if you jump off the tree at the wrong time, but didn't happen, so it's all good.
Indeed, but we got a pretty clean 1-star. Oh wait, did JJ close the gap because of Pete's mistaken Whomps?
Oh yeah, pretty much.
Oh nice.
He's right back in this. So just a small, even if you bonk here, you can actually bonk on the Whomp King and not get the ground pound, but it seems like Pete is fine. Gets the timing right. Yeah. JJ could have got up just because of that. With that ground pound from JJ at the end. Just one frame, almost frame perfect ground pound. And we're getting the claims that the Aquarium Star is hard to mess up. I'm not so sure about that one.
Aquarium Star is hard to mess up. Well, I mean, depends what time you're trying to get in it.
Yeah, you actually, if you, for example, I'm pretty sure Cheese. Talking about messing up though, just like that, JJ is actually in the lead because he had a little bit of trouble in the beginning, and it seems like he's gonna just take it home out of Whomps. Not bad. A decent Whomps time, sadly no sub-7s, but not too bad. We're still going strong. But yeah, as I was saying, Cheese actually talks about that a lot, and it's really hard to grab the right coins optimally, like with your fingertips. That's what you want to do during the Aquarium Star. And it's actually really hard to get the perfect turns, I'm not gonna lie.
Alright, but now JJsrl and Pete almost neck and neck going here into the slide, and JJ gets a perfect bounce off of that wall, and so does Pete, and they're both like super neck and neck. I don't know if anyone's gonna overtake the other. Looks like JJ does manage to get the dive bounce, so does Pete, and a 12.8, 12.9, not quite super optimal, but they do manage to hit that shortcut nice and clean and get a sub 13 time. So quite good. What do you think, Dave?
Yeah, that was pretty hype. I agree.
And commentator overreacting a little bit to a joking comment in the chat saying that he is boring, but he is not going to let that get to him. Pete and JJ with extremely optimal, grabbing the coins with their arms, one with the wing of Mario's cap, just incredible play. JJ even more optimized on those 2 stars, and I'm a huge fan of these guys' play. What do you think, D?
That was insane, if I might say that. But yeah, JJ missing the first red, choosing around like 4 seconds. But it's hard, dude. Like getting optimal flying.
True. Pete maintaining this lead going in, just a little bit of a lead.
run into Dark Road though. This is where a lot of people die very easily, which you can just
and a lot of people ground pound at the very start.
Yeah.
Doing the fantastic strat there.
Ooh, but JJ getting burned, can he get the backup? And he grabs the first red, should be good. You can still get Shigeru Cycle with burnt bottom in the beginning. You actually don't lose that much time, but that was an interesting jump from JJ over the flames.
Yeah.
So grabbing the elevators at the right time though.
I guess with those dives, he's still on Chick pace?
He should be, yeah, but he's messing up quite a lot, I think. This might be normal cycle, I'm not too sure. It looks like it, like he's definitely, like JJ has caught up already. Yeah, he's back in the lead, just by one slower cycle from Pete's side. Oh, just a ground pound, and ooh, another looking the ending movement, even getting bobbed by the Goomba. Just taking the run around the pipe too.
Indeed, and JJ entering here into the pipe. He's going to be trying to throw Bowser. Can he get the grab on the tail? Wow, Bowser actually turning a blind eye.
That's actually a missed throw, just like that. He just should be in the lead if he can grab Bowser. He's also having trouble as well. And because of that, he's actually not going to grab the lead, dude. Wow.
Looks like JJ just barely manages to hold on to the lead. Is going to be picking up that key, but only seconds above his opponent. We're going to see if they're going to make any mistakes picking up that key. Looks like JJ is on the hitbox, so is Pete, and they grab it both in record time.
Interesting. That was you don't really see people mess up the Bowser fight at all.
Yeah, we're going to be seeing entries here into Bob-omb Battlefield for the second and last star, the Bob-omb Battlefield. Of course, the most optimal route involves doing this star without the wing cap using what is called the island hop, which is considered too optimal for marathons generally because it is a reset heavy star. That's why it's done at the very start. But this is a much safer and barely loses any time to island hop.
And JJ, no trouble, but barely making that triple jump. Has to fly very, very slowly, but still makes it up there. It would have been quite a big time loss if he didn't just barely grab the edge. Into CCM, let's see. Quite the chill stage, if I might say so. Just walking to work is where you can see people die the most. But, you know, these kind of people are professionals.
Indeed, and speaking of chill, if you're looking for ways to chill...
What? What was that? What was that walking? I've never seen that before.
JJ nailing the super optimized glitchy wall kick.
Super optimized. I
transitioned into dying.
Yeah, that was an interesting walking, if I might say so myself. It goes for the safer strat, not bothering trying to get not bothering trying to get up there right away. Yeah, I've never that looked really, really weird. And then he get the second wall kick as well. Surprised me. Maybe a little bit.
It occurred to me seeing that it's funny that you've never seen that before, because that's the reason I don't go for backflip, because that happened to me the first 3 times I tried to do that version of the wall kick. So now I just do like noob strat.
Yeah, that was... I can't recall that ever happening to me even when I was starting up, but that was way too long ago, so maybe that's why I don't remember.
Well, maybe JJ and I are just specifically specially skilled at this game to be able to enact those outcomes that few other runners can.
That might be the case.
I think so. I think it's a special talent. You can only be born with it.
Well, I wish I had that kind of power.
Ability, glitchy wall kick in CCM and then fall off the edge.
The best one.
Looks like both players will be going for the CCM 18. Of course, that is where you wait until 18 stars to leave CCM.
Oh, really? Maybe you want to tell me a little bit more about that?
Sure. Well, basically, the options are obviously to do the slip slide and away star with the 100 coins, or the big penguin race, The slip away star is technically safer, but is the more advanced routing, as runners will go for the double pillarless strats, a little bit more optimized, but much harder to execute without losing time. CCM 18, of course, the big penguin race. If you make a mistake here on the slide, and Pete did pick up that safety coin, so he does have 3 coins that he can miss. I believe. Wait, no, I think he went in with 25, right? So he can only miss 2 coins.
I actually didn't see.
Okay.
But...
Well, he got in with 25, so I assume he can miss 2.
He's definitely fine. He has enough coins still. Didn't miss too much. So
yeah, so he just missed 1, and he's gonna miss 1 more, and he is home free. You want to be at 85 or 86 coins before you enter the final stretch, because it allows the star to spawn within long jump range. Anymore? No!
Pete missing the star, and that is such a massive time loss. JJ has such a big lead now. Oh my god.
He didn't get either star, so he has to do the whole thing again.
Yeah, it's even worse than what? Okay, JJ's penguin just takes forever, but yeah, as we were saying, that's even worse than just missing a coin and having to do the race at the end, or backing up with red coins.
So true.
Wow.
So here's a question that I don't know if you would know, because chances are you probably reset when this happens. If the thing happens where you grab the star and get pushed off by the penguin, your star count goes up when you grab the star. Does that mean that you get the 100 star before dying?
Definitely, yeah. You can still, like, if your penguin pushes you off after you've collected the star, you will just chill at the death zone until you get away with the text. Like, as soon as the text is gone, you die.
All right, so that's good to know. Commentator taking that into account, so as not to reset future runs.
And let's hope that Pete doesn't miss that jump again.
He is going with super safe camera here, and
but that eats all the leg and the ground pound, but gets it this time.
I genuinely don't know if that ground pound was accidental, or if it was just to wait out the penguin.
I assume that he mistimed his long jump because of all the lag. That can easily happen.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense.
But yeah, now JJ already in BBH, almost done, as Peter's going to enter. Gets stuck on the fence, but that's no problem at all after everything that happened to Pete. CCM. Alright, but yeah, BBH, quite the chill stage as well. It's like 2 quick stars. JJ not falling down, that's the worst thing that can happen if you fall down during the big boo fight.
And Pete gonna be headed here full 1.5 stars behind his opponent. In fact, even more so because he has the longer star here to go. And having a little trouble.
That side flip. Okay, Pete. Showing off a little bit too much, falling down, not able to get up right away. There we go.
Yeah, they're doing a little star core, so to speak.
Yeah, not the kind of mistake I expected at all to happen in BBH. Oh, also having trouble killing that big boo. There we go. But now, JJ is already gonna enter Shifting Sandland, and there's one... We're already talking about that, Pillarless. What's up with Pillarless? Fantastic. What happens?
So Pillarless is an extension of the Bob-omb clip. Thank you for throwing it to...
No, not all that boring stuff. I'm talking about the... People can die stuff easily.
Oh yeah, so basically, I think the best way to really go into this is with a bit of an analogy.
Oh my god!
Oh no!
JJ had like
death.
I don't even know where to start. That was all of that was so unfortunate. He tried to correct his angle while he was on the pyramid top, and then he had the wrong angle just into the quicksand.
I mean, anyone who remembers like first learning this trick and trying to figure out how to aim themselves into the hole in the pyramid knows the pain of getting through the pyramid clip and just completely bypassing the hole. So you just like go onto the other side and die. It's so painful.
Exactly, and fortunately, JJ made it second try, so he's free of Pillarless, and Pete still has to do it.
Indeed, Pete still does have to do it. And a good analogy for the dangers of pillowless is sometimes you'll be playing Golf Clash in order to earn Onyx for a free subscription to the Speedrun channel by going to !Onyx or onyx.tv/speedrun. And you'll be playing Golf Clash, but you'll misfire a shot, right? And precision is the key when you're playing golf. And if you mistime your power or even the placement of your shot, sometimes what'll happen is that ball will land in the bunker and it will sink right there into the sand, and it's going to be real tough to get out of it. And you're going to lose a lot of time to it. You're going to lose a lot of shots, and it's probably going to put you at a disadvantage in the game that you're playing against your opponent. And I think that pretty aptly describes how Shifting Sandland tends to go, especially with that pillarless strat.
Definitely. And JJ also, like, you saw him got stuck in the sand, as you were saying. Just eating some extra more time before taking the death. Quite sad to see. Right, into Leaf Out already for JJ. Pete still has one more star to go on Shifting Sandland.
Ooh, it looks like JJ let go of his A button a little bit when trying to speed kick.
Alright, finally gets the back up. Also not such a big mistake, but slowly Pete is catching up. It's not the gap is not too big anymore.
And Pete going to be joining his opponent here in Lava Land.
Lava Land indeed. There's a lot of lava on this stage, and ooh, JJ eating that ledge grab.
Or Shia calls it Land, which is my favorite name for it, and the only good name, honestly, in my opinion. Pete does the ledge grab skip.
Very nice. As JJ is going for lava boost. One of the easiest setups, I would say, and gets it as well.
Definitely does the second easiest setup for lava boost.
Are you referring to the triple jump strat instead of doing that long jump?
I'm gonna polemic with the community about triple jump.
I'm pretty sure we are talking about that a lot.
Triple jumping. Yeah.
We always talk about how I think, personally, the triple jump strat is harder than the long jump strat that JJ did. But yeah. Some might call the triple jump strat easier.
Well, listen, to each their own opinion.
Definitely. I mean, strengths are always different for every person.
Yeah, for sure.
I just, what I think is, it's really hard to land on that tiny rock with your triple jump. It's pretty much what you have to do. And with the long jump, you don't have to be careful with that. You can just jump directly into the lava fall. Either way though, they had a decent bully. They did the same star actually, just JJ already being 1 star ahead. Pretty sure Pete is gonna go for his lava boost now. Let's see how that goes. And goes for the triple jump strat. Lands on the tiny rock. And that is looking good.
You know what? I'm just really glad he got it, because every time that I've said that the triple jump strat is easier, in that same run, a runner has gone for triple jump strat and died. So,
no jinx this time.
Okay,
the runners are fine. Yeah, just 2 more to go for JJ. Well, that was an interesting camera movement. Sparing these quick reds. No problem at all.
Pete gonna be going for elevator boost.
Ooh. Gets the triple jump. We saw runners get caught on that elevator. Yeah, I know, there are invisible ceilings, as well as you can easily slide off the elevator as well. Nothing happened though.
Nothing's more frustrating than missing that triple jump timing.
Definitely. It's also not that easy to land, I would say. Quite finicky. I don't know. You don't have that much space.
For sure. And JJ, of course, going to be executing that elevator. That seems like a very risky triple jump, but it looks like he manages to pick up the gist of it.
And still 1 star ahead of Pete, out of Leaf Land. Not bad.
Indeed. And Pete going to be going in here to the 8-coin puzzle, finishing off with the easiest star in LOL.
It's kind of interesting. Every time you watch a race, you see the runners everyone does a different star on the stage. it's also funny to see. For example, shifting Sandland, everyone does Pillarless first and then Talon and then shutting atop the pyramid if they do it alright, you know? But in Leaf Lava Land, they just go wherever they feel like. Everyone has their own kind of route in that stage.
And
now
JJ gonna be here into chests in the current. Gonna be picking up chests. Collect chests of your own in Golf Clash. Download through the Onyx app.
okay, that's
Earn points for a free sub.
that's a 3 so far. I don't know what your high score is in terms of Onyx ads during a race. But yeah, play some Golf Clash, I guess.
But speaking of free subs, we are probably going to be seeing a back sub from both players here. We're going to see what JJ goes for.
I mean, kind of understandable. Maybe I'm judging too hard, but it's Division 2 after all, and front sub is not that easy. It doesn't save that much as well. So you might just want to not deal with it at all. Ooh, and quite not the good turn from Pete there. Got sucked into the vortex quite a lot. But at least didn't die, just slowly swimming to the star.
You do front right, right?
Yes.
Because that's pretty new, honestly. I think doing front sub in longer categories. I feel like that only started like around the time Taco got world record.
I'm actually not too sure if Cheese was doing it before, but you might be right.
Yeah, I just feel like Cheese was doing back sub.
Because
it's like it's a very minor time save, right?
Yeah, exactly. And I feel like I don't know, 70 is getting to the point of optimization like maybe 16 star almost.
It's one of those things where it's like everything is a 1 second time save, and JJ manages to hit that elevator timing.
Yeah, I was just gonna quickly point out the hangable ceiling thing he did. He just hanged onto the ceiling and then fell down. That was interesting.
Oh, very cute.
And still grabbing a cycle. Nice. Lava boost early at least, no problem.
Nice clean side flip, and let's see if he gets that good ending. He is on pace for it. It looks like he's gonna get
Meanwhile, okay, Pete almost missed mentoring. He already missed the first one, so that was close. Gets
you know, I skipped the first ring. I find it much easier to hit the 2nd through 6th rings.
Oh, really? Is the 6th ring not a little bit messed up, or is the hitbox still normal?
It's a little messed up, but maybe my swimming is so bad that it doesn't matter. Because the idea is that the ring, sometimes the ring hitboxes take a moment to spawn, and so what tends to happen, that's why when you're seeing runners back up rings, like if they miss a ring, what they'll do is they'll just go to the next ring, wait for a second, go to the next ring, wait for a second, because usually what's happening is that the ring's hitbox is taking an extra moment to spawn. So if your swimming is really bad, then you bypass the problem entirely.
It seems like Shantastic has figured out how the Manta works for him, and Pete, oh no, God, please don't fall down. Wow. One of the worst angles you could have had there, jumping onto the platform and had a ledge grab. This game is not treating Pete well at all. So,
yeah,
so many big mistakes.
And that's like one of those things where there's a little RNG there, but it's so easy to work around. Or not so easy, but rather like it's very like there's a workaround for it. But if you miss the workaround, it's like sometimes it'll turn out okay, but sometimes you're just gonna get bopped, and sometimes you're gonna get bopped and then re-bopped off that edge and have to retake a. He's not even going for side flip. Oh, he tried to go for side flip and he get it.
Yeah, it's not that easy, honestly. Like if you don't get that, you can't really back it up as well. Like you gotta just slowly go up because you're already too late for the long jump double wall kicks. Yeah, very unfortunate fire save from Pete.
Yeah, it's gonna be a super yikes, but gonna be sauntering on into the Bowser Pike.
Oh, sorry, for good measure. JJ already on his first withdrawal star, not bothering with the triple jump wall kick spread. That's a little bit harder to hit, so definitely smart not going for it in a race.
Oh my goodness, Pete was gonna go grab that tail, but Bowser did the surprise move of actually pounding down on the platform and trying to slide Mario off of it. Pete doing a really good job reacting to that in real time, very good improvisational skills, and manages to pick up Bowser's tail and throw it into the spike bomb anyway.
Wow, I did not know that Bowser could do that.
Yeah, it's one of those cool little. It's like, you know how he has the Bowser dance in Dark World? It's a slightly higher probability in piracy, but he can also do this, and it's a little more dangerous.
Yeah,
Crazy, right?
that's actually insane.
And JJ gonna be hitting the blue coin box in beautiful RNG on that Skeeter. Even doing it the courtesy of not dropping the coins over the edge. He does have the bare minimum of coins, has missed one already. He misses another one, he's gonna have to back it up, and nobody likes doing that.
Exactly, you can only miss one coin, and yeah, GG. But honestly, the coin box is not too much out of your way.
Yeah, it's not that huge a time loss. I think the problem is that 70 is so optimized that the players that we see going for world records take very seriously the concept of losing 4 or 5 seconds.
Exactly, that's kind of a lot if you're going for world record.
Yeah, that's what I was getting at earlier as well with the ooh, JJ with a bad chuck air grab there. Gonna deal with it as he can. But
might have actually happened a little bit, like the coins were not spread out at all and he had a lot of time to react to.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, like I was saying that all of these optimizations are like 1 second, right? Front sub over back sub.
I think
slide
that's actually a little bit more, but and also lag,
Oh.
like it's hard to tell because
Lags.
of all the lag. But yeah, it's definitely more than 1 second.
Oh, okay. I thought it was like 1, but of course you would know definitely more than I do.
No, I don't want to be too harsh, but yeah.
But yeah, no, these are all pretty small optimizations, but they add up is the thing. So that's why you're seeing a lot of runners as it gets more and more optimized. You're seeing more runners go for double tama, more and more runners opt for CCM17, of course, and just generally just a lot of little tweaks to the point where it's like, well, if I cancel this strat, I could cancel that strat, and it's like a slippery slope to like, oh, my best possible time is a 47:20 or whatever.
It is like kind of crazy, honestly. You don't see that much if the runners aren't side by side, but small optimizations can add up so much to the point where if you put, for example, anyone from D1 next to a Division 2 player, that would just go ahead, even if the Division 2 player, like, pull ahead, even though the Division 2 player wouldn't make any big mistakes, for example. It's kind of like crazy how much small optimizations do.
This is generally true, especially if you were like PB versus PB. But I will say that when it comes to marathons, I've seen a lot of really impressive performances regarding consistency from D2 players that sometimes, even if you're in D1 and you have that time and your PB is that good, sometimes your ability to execute those strats without making mistakes, that can factor into your consistency during a marathon. And oftentimes, even with worse movement, just with more consistent trick execution, or more consistent execution in general. You might see a D2 player like actually have a chance in some of these races. And I think it manifests also in the times that these players get. That you see a lot of great times coming out of D2 players every now and then. And similarly, you'll see like a race here and there falter in Division 1 where players start getting 52s and 51s and the like.
Yeah, definitely. I didn't want to expose D2 too hard. Like, that's definitely stuff that happens in Division 1 as well. But just sort of to give an example, that small optimizations, like, especially with the top players in Division 1, they can like pull ahead so easily just by playing this kind of perfectly, and Pete not getting good THI secrets here, falls in the water, has to swim a little bit.
Scandalous commentator slightly backtracking on an outrageous suggestion that Division 2 runners are of a slightly lower caliber than world record holders.
Damn. Man, I'm not so sure about that one anymore. But yeah, back to the race. JJ actually a pretty decent THI, and Pete already made a mistake and isn't through yet. So even still, JJ slowly pulling ahead.
And Pete gonna be does not quite manage to get the movement for the mountain clip, or the island clip. He's gonna have to go the long way around.
I actually wasn't sure if he was gonna go for it or not. I didn't know he was. Oh, he's going for it. Okay, JJ still lands in the water. That angle was a little bit scary. If you have too much of a wrong angle, you can actually just fall off into the nothing and die. JJ seems fine. Also gets the backup wall kick, no problem. He knows what he's doing.
Pete gonna be doing some gardening here. Just has to wait a second for that piranha to spawn. It's a piranha plant, of course. Piranhas are a type of fish.
Ooh, also doesn't get that third one.
Yeah, that third one is fickle. Honestly, a lot of times, like I gotta go back and grab it, give a little hop. Fortunately, piranhas are pretty easy to kill in this game. Deceptively easy to kill. I used to be very scared of them.
After SM64, not anymore.
Exactly. Like, they're so much harder to kill, I think, in the side-scrolling games, of course. Because I played Super Mario Land 2 for so many years, and then I got Mario 64 in like 2000 or something. So when I first saw the piranha plants, I was like, these guys are not killable. I need fireballs.
Alright, I know exactly what you mean. I actually thought we were just thinking about real life piranhas, but piranha plants. Oh well.
JJ here with some pretty great move. Gets the side flip and doesn't get the coin.
Almost got the Tony Hawk just a little bit. Not right, like on the angle, unfortunately.
Yeah, and Pete gonna be finishing up these red coins as well. Of course, it is his first star of the level. He has 2 mountain clips to go to catch up to JJ.
Yeah, I think at this point JJ seems pretty safe. I don't think he'll go for breezeless. He's just gonna get that box star and then opt for the breeze, I'm pretty sure. Even if he would fail a breezeless, he would still be miles ahead.
For sure, and Pete getting a slightly better breathtaking view from the bridge, not needing the backup wall kick.
Not bad. Ooh,
JJ with some
getting caught. Getting caught on the wall there.
I think JJ was just doing a little buffering there, picking up some extra speed before he launched. Kind of like when you hold down your brake pedal and you push the gas to start your wheels turning. And also similar in that it doesn't actually do anything.
I was about to say, it didn't really change for him at all. And, yeah. Now, into Snowman's Land though, already, as Pete still has to get 2 more stars. Now the Snowman's side star, probably the biggest obstacle in this stage, but it seems like JJ gets the wall kick and it should be fine. Very nice.
And Pete can be blasting to that mushroom. What's funny is the mushroom wasn't lonely until Mario got there and took the star away, which was its only friend. Mario's really not the good guy here, and JJ once again punching when he was trying to speed kick. Has a little bit of trouble holding down A.
But at least doesn't slide down into the cold water afterwards, and Pete going for the breezes, but unfortunately not even getting the triple jump.
JJ with a beautiful backup.
Oh god, Pete. Okay, Pete. He's
there we go.
Done. That was some interesting movement.
That was breeze full from both runners.
Yeah, just like Pete finally finishing up TTM as well, gonna join JJ Snowman's Land, but JJ already only needs 1 more star after this one in the stage.
And it's the shortest star in the game to boot.
Would need to be a lot would need to happen in Tippy for Pete to actually come back.
Pete missing the slide jump movement in Snowman's head, having to back it up with a side flip.
I mean, it could have turned out a lot worse. If you actually
Certainly, for sure.
tried the triple jump and then fell down and couldn't get the backup walkers, because those are not easy, as the camera has a super weird position, gives you a bad angle.
Honestly, any Snowman's big head where you don't spend 5 seconds watching Mario try to push his waist out of the sand. Oh, and Pete
also. There we go. That's something I thought might happen to JJ when he was kicking up, but now it happened to Pete. Got, again, a clean backup though. He's got these backups ready, dude.
I certainly know what it's like to have enough experience with those backups that I get really good at them.
Implying that you might also make a lot of mistakes?
I would never imply that. I'm a consummate professional.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Fun fact, chat. So the 2 commentators for this game, between the 2 of them, have 3 world records.
I don't know what you're talking about. It's completely new to me.
JJ gonna be entering here into Hazy Maze Cave.
Quite the breather stage, I would say, right before Tippy. There's not too much going on.
Yeah, certainly. Just this box triple jump is the only thing that can give trouble, and quite frankly, it never leads to, unless you hit that dead zone, which is very easy not to do. Of all the things that can go wrong on box triple jump, the death zone is not really a consideration once you know how to avoid.
Definitely. I mean, also, I guess Christmas Miracle can also be a slight issue, but nothing in the terms of you can die and easily lose 10 to 20 seconds.
Exactly, yeah. You lose a couple seconds for messing up this strat or that strat, but really nothing, there's no major time losses in this level. Definitely nothing run losing or race losing.
Exactly, and clean Christmas Miracle from JJ. It's a switch. Also, no MIPS trolls, like, no MIPS misses, more like it. Just both runners grabbing them, no problem. But yeah, Pete is gonna enter HMC, JJ already finished up 2 stars. Only 2 more quick ones to go, and then he's gonna head up to Tippy.
When you said no MIPS misses, I thought you were talking about MIPS being single.
I mean... yes.
And Pete gonna be heading here into an attempt on box triple jump.
Also looking very nice, no trouble at all. JJ had an interesting camera there, just hugged the wall for quite long actually. I think it's a little bit faster to not touch the wall at all. I mean, at the end it doesn't matter too much, it's just a couple of frames. Pete had a lot better approach there. Barely touching the wall.
I'm gonna take this opportunity. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
It definitely is an opportunity to finally catch up to JJ, saving a few frames by those long jumps. Sure. But yeah, I was just gonna say that JJ is already heading up to Tippy, so it's still like the big lead.
And Pete gonna be cleaning up here in HMC. Has 2 more stars to go, but gets a little shouldered, but deals with it beautifully, and gets a little shouldered again, deals with it a little less beautifully. Gonna have to side flip there. Of course, if you get hit by a boulder, the regular double jump walk kick strat is going to lead to some timing issues, because every time you do that jump, another boulder comes falling down, and there's a good chance you're gonna get hit by it.
Yeah, exactly. I was gonna say he's handling these. I don't know, that wasn't even a mistake, but he handled that really well, and JJ sliding off. That's so sad to like get the lucky to bounce and Pete is actually gonna die. Yeah, oh my god, he was so unlucky jumping on the wrong slope. You cannot get back up from that slope, like at the right side. That's exactly what happens. You cannot roll out on that slope.
This is where the D2 highlight reel is going to flash back to us saying, like, no, there's no major time losses. Kind of an easy, breezy level right before Tippy hit.
Pretty much. That was not expected at all to see that kind of mistake. On Christmas Miracle, too. This is usually not the hard star.
Abso-fruitals.
Wow.
JJ gonna be making another attempt at this lucky 2 bounce and does manage to get up there. Of course, gets a much better on to the ramp. Depending on how far away lucky 2 is, when you get the initial bounce, how far away you are from the ramp is going to determine how precise the first jump really is. Of course, if you're playing optimally, it doesn't really matter, but the mentality thing is there, right? It's kind of like the difference between when you're walking on a balance beam. If it's 3 feet wide, you're going to be able to walk a lot better than if it's 1 foot wide, because it's like just a mentality thing.
Yeah, pretty much. If you like, as soon as you land that lucky to bounce, you feel super safe, pretty much, and not that it makes the stage easier, but it feels like you don't have anything to fear anymore, which kind of helps a bit with the nerves.
Yeah. And the nice thing about hitting the bounce a little closer to the ramp is, even if you need the precise jump kick up the ramp, if you get a late jump, you're just gonna hold still and you're just gonna be able to retake it. But if you land on the ramp too close to the edge, then that late jump is just gonna be no jump at all, because you're gonna be falling off. Not sure if you have any idea what I'm talking about here.
Now, I was just gonna say, I mean, yeah, I think you will be right with that. And Pete also had a really nice lucky bounce, like saving some time over JJ, where he missed one. But yeah, still, that's kind of what Pete needs. If he probably can only try to play as consistent as possible and try to get as many points at the end as he can.
Little booty burn there.
Ooh. Finally grabs the star. And JJ not able to get that triple jump. Don't want to kick that box, otherwise he would have died. And again, cannot get up here. Finally gets the wall kick.
I'll say this. I would rather this happen on time jumps on moving bars and not on TTC 100. That he's able to get a star and completely just reset his mindset going into the next star. That's really, really, really good. There's nothing I hate.
Also,
yeah.
Yeah, also just... speaking of TTC 100, it's weird that he doesn't go for that first, because TTC 100 is definitely, I would say, the hardest star in Tippy. There's so much that can go wrong, and also RNG heavy too. But it seems like JJ just wants to get these triple jump moving stars out of the way.
For sure. Ooh, gets frisky there.
A lot of small mistakes coming out from JJ, but he's still on this, so got the big lead.
Yeah, it turns out sometimes the key to winning your race is not dying. Oh,
that might be a good strat. I'm gonna have to send some researchers on there. They can confirm that not dying actually wins your race. Okay, Pete.
I think there's some non-stop runners that disagree with you.
Okay, that's true. The non-stop you actually want sometimes to just jump off the stage to quicker leave the level. However, like a Pete getting pushed by the bomb, that bomb can push you off if you're not careful. Because as you can see, it just grabs so much speed for some reason.
Yeah, it looks like managed to deal with it. And oh, short changes the wall kick there. I don't know if I've seen that before. Probably have, just very rare.
And Pete already missed a coin, has to get that back up red now. Okay. Seems good though.
Yeah, bad angle there.
Yeah, the wall kick that JJ was messing up, that's quite the scary place to mess up. It's trying to get up there, because you saw the wall is kind of like thin on that side, and that's because you see it on Pete's side just bumping out a little bit, and that's kind of where you wall kick, and it's super finicky. But Pete, no trouble.
I think it kind of hinges on what your direction is side flipping off for the final red coin, and that direction is going to be maintained until you do that triple jump. So typically you want to hold a little bit more to the right, not so far that you're going to miss the double wall kick, but that way you're just barely angled toward the wall enough that you're able to get that kick, and that's going to allow you to get that ledge grab skip as well.
Exactly, but no, like JJ. Still playing super consistent. Not really much room for Pete to like save any time, and also Pete not getting a good ending here.
I talk about how
yeah, first. Man,
Finally cleaning up this 100 coin. But second only to pressing A. The hardest part of this game is, of course, pushing your controls. Oh, JJ!
just like that, because JJ did not get a good beginning there. Like, he messed up his angle a lot, couldn't even attempt the triple jump wall kick. And that just resulted in a death. That's the first. Maybe we'll see more, and that would just shift the game lead.
Honestly, moving TTC is like, I don't think I would ever want to have to back up with the intermediate movement here, because that is very practiced movement, extremely precise. Just a little bit, like a fair amount easier with practice than, say, the triple jump wall kick. So obviously, like, saves less time and is more consistent to do easier. But you still have to practice it. So if you're backing up a failed triple jump wall kick with it, you're gonna have some problems.
Definitely. However, JJ not having any more problems. I think he's already done with TTC. Probably gonna grab the Toad Star now, I believe. Yes. So he's safe from that stage, but he's still got bits to go. SP is gonna try to finish up TTC as well. Has 2 more stars to go in this stage.
We got some viewers with the inside scoop of the script.
Even with JJ winning, Pete can still grab a nice amount of points, so he's not like not really lost at all, I feel like. And he's still doing good in the standings as well. Was second place, so JJ is gonna pull that if he pulls this off without dying, falling behind. He's gonna take over Pete's second place, I believe. I always want to grab as many points as you can.
For sure, the winner of the Smash. And B-Def coming in with the 10-month resub. Welcome.
Shout out to B-Def.
Welcome to the 10-month clubber.
Oh, and then we got the first spaghetti dropped. Same for Pete, also falling down. Not getting the second as well. But yeah, let's see how JJ backs this up. I don't know if he knows he's in the lead. But he's gonna go for left side again. Can he hit it this time? He hits his head. It's not as bad as falling down though. Okay. A lot of spaghetti coming out, not getting up there. Okay, finally. 4th try, I believe. 4th try's the charm. Okay, now he should be sort of safe though. So I don't think he's gonna miss that many throws.
I think JJ might have a gambling problem because he just risked 60 points to get 1.
Pretty much.
And he's gonna be entering here in 2000 in the sky.
Already the first throw though.
Missed the throw.
I mean, a few more.
It's actually like getting fairly close if Pete nails these triple jump wall kicks.
That's a hit though. No, it's actually not a hit. That looked like it was going to hit.
That's only a hit throw if you're throwing it deep.
That's true. I was maybe a little bit lucky on my TV, but there we go. That's a good one. Second hit. One more to go.
Pete.
As Pete falls down, JJ hits the last throw.
Alright.
Yeah, a little bit, like, that's definitely more than 10 seconds, so 1 point less for Pete, and he still has to hit this. Moving left side, there we go.
Looks like Pete can still get about 21, 22 points. Maybe a couple more even.
So not too bad for him. But still has to hit these throws, which is not that easy. But yeah, GG to JJ. That was quite the race. There were a lot of mistakes on both sides. So, action-packed. He holds strong, and that's a miss for Pete as well.
He's going to launch his opponent off the stage. Usually gravity works against normal sentient beings, but Bowser a bit of an exception here.
But yeah, then hits the second one. Just 1 more to go. Yeah, as this was pre-recorded, we're not gonna have any interviews.
And there's a 1 spin there. It does have the room for it.
Yeah,
And
GG
we'll be
to
picking
Peter as
this
well.
up.
Still gonna grab like 19 points, I believe. Oh,
Looks
wait.
like about 22.
Oh, 22, right?
53,
It was
52. Yeah.
all right.
So
That's not
not
too
bad.
bad.
Yeah, certainly not
Definitely.
bad. And who was ahead between the two of them? In the standings?
Oh, that was Pete. So JJ
So was
is
Pete,
probably might have taken over. I'm not too sure if that was enough points. Might be really, really close for second now. But yeah, we
JJ
still
was
got
like
races.
16 points behind, so I think JJ has certainly retaken him and has
Definitely.
like a 40-something point lead now. So definitely within the margin of error. With a win next week, he can easily take it back. And with a loss, JJ certainly they could be neck and neck for as far as we know by the end of next week.
Pretty much, and yeah, but he's not safe in that second place yet because we still got races to go. So all the other racers can get some points and maybe overtake JJ. We saw third place also was very close to Pete, so might have to see what's gonna happen there. And I think that's it for this race. Fantastic! Thank you so much for joining me.
Pleasure was all mine, buddy. And hey, congrats on 2 world records as well.
Thank you. And yeah, good luck on your next commentary. You'll be around for the next one, Super Viper versus Drogi. Yeah, stay around for that, folks.
I'm so psyched. All
That's
right.
it for me.
See you soon.
See you soon.